Good morning, students. Let us move to another portion, that is metalloporphyrins. You have heard of metalloporphyrins. That is metalloporphyrins. That is, they are containing porphyrin rings. Porphine means they are unsubstituted tetrapyrrole ring connected to CH bridges. That is, here we can see that these are the pyrrole ring. This is called as a porphine ring. This is called as a porphine ring. In porphine ring, we can see here there are four pyrrole ring system. Here 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the four pyrrole ring system. They are connected by methine bridges and CH bridges, and they are called as porphyrin rings because they are derivatives of macrocyclic ligand called porphine. These porphyrin rings are very rigid because of their delocalization of the pi electrons. We can see that the extended or conjugate pi electrons can be seen around its perimeter, and all these conjugated, because of these conjugated pi bonds or dienes, they make the porphyrin ring very rigid. You can see the porphyrin ring in many system, that is in the chlorophyll system that we have already studied, the chlorophyll molecule, and another system we can see the porphyrin ring is in our body, that is the biological system, hemoglobin, myoglobin, etc. And the size of the cavity, this is called the cavity, the space. Cavity in the center of the porphyrin ring is very ideal for accommodation of the metal ions. That is, in the case of hemoglobin or myoglobin, we can see that the central metal ion is iron atom. Iron atom is well placed in the cavity, and in the case of certain ionophores, that is cryptons, etc., or we can see that there are certain metal ions, they are well placed or they are safely placed in the inside this cavity. And these porphyrin rings are derivatives of macrocyclic ligands called porphine. These porphyrin rings are very rigid because of the delocalization of the pi electrons, and central atom, that is central metal ion, will be placed inside the porphyrin ring. And this porphyrin ring, and we can see that any compound formed by the combination of a porphyrin and metal like iron, copper, magnesium or zinc, they are called as metalloporphyrin. That is, example is hemoglobin. These metalloporphyrins are complexes in which a metal ion is coordinated to four nitrogen atom inside the cavity of a porphyrin ring, which is possessing a square planar geometry. And these are the examples of metalloporphyrin rings. That is, here this is a hemoglobin molecule and this is chlorophyll molecule. They are somewhat related. You know that the outside structure, this is called the porphyrin ring. The metalloporphyrin ring means if a metal is placed inside the porphyrin ring, it is called metalloporphyrin. Here in the hemoglobin molecule, iron is placed and here magnesium is placed. That's the difference. And another one, here the iron atom is connected to four nitrogen pyrrole ring, and these pyrrole rings are connected by CH2, that is methine groups. And coming to the biochemistry of iron atom, iron is present in all the organism we know. That is, it can exist in two stable forms, that is +2 and +3. That is, what is the role of iron in the body, or we can say that it is associated with oxygen transport, that is the main function, and storage, that is oxygen transport and storage. And we can see that is in hemoglobin and myoglobin, and it is also a part of electron transport chain, that is about the iron atom. Iron atom can function or it plays important role in the electron transport system. That is all we in the cytochromes, pyridoxine, etc. we can see iron atom. It is associated with oxygen transport and storage. Iron is present in proteins that contain non-heme iron compounds, iron sulfur compounds, etc. It is present in many redox metalloenzymes, that is many reductases, hydrogenases, etc. We can see the presence of iron atom. And now we can move to the hemoglobin and myoglobin. And hemoglobin and myoglobin are the heme containing oxygen transport metalloprotein. And this heme containing oxygen transport means that is a hemoglobin is a protein molecule which is present in RBC. We usually call it as HB, and it carries oxygen from the lungs to the body tissues and returns carbon dioxide from the tissues back to the lungs. This is the main function. And hemoglobin, we know that the structure is made up of 4 protein molecules, that is globulin chains that are connected together. You can see here the beautiful structure of the hemoglobin molecule, and here we can see the 4 colors. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Together we can call it as a hemoglobin, because single in a single molecule, if we are telling, it is called as myoglobin, and this 4 units are constituted together, they are called as hemoglobin. And hemoglobin, this is the structure of hemoglobin, and we can see clearly that is the central iron atom, and this nitrogen, 4 nitrogen atoms are here, and they are connected by methane groups. And here we can see that these are forming an imidazole or 6-membered ring. Here this is a 5-membered ring, and we can see this is in the case of hemoglobin, this molecule, hemoglobin molecule, uh, helps in carrying carrying oxygen from the respiratory organ or lungs or gills to the rest of the body, and it releases the oxygen to the nutrient, or to provide energy, or to provide energy to power the functions of the organism, and it plays an important role in metabolism. Or also it transport back the carbon dioxide from tissues to lungs. And we can coming to the structure of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is considered as a spherical molecule which contains 4 protein molecules. 4 protein peptide subunits or globular proteins are there. Out of these, 2 are called as alpha and 2 are called as beta. And the structure, alpha globulin, beta globulin, or we can see these 2 are the beta chains and these 2 are the alpha chains. They are placed, or they are folded chains. They consist of large number of amino acids called polypeptides, and each subunit is composed of a protein chain, or hemoglobin consists of, or the molecular weight of hemoglobin is 64,500 Dalton, because we can say that this consists of 4 units of myoglobin. That means almost 4 times the mass of myoglobin. It is a conjugated protein consisting of a protein part called globin and a non-protein part called the heme. That is, protein part is called as the globin and the non-protein part is called as the heme. That is called, the non-protein part is otherwise called as prosthetic group, and this non-protein part is called heme with iron atom placed at the center. And hemoglobin consists of 4 heme groups, and these 4 heme groups, it consists of 4 globular protein, that is protein chain. 2 of them are called as alpha globin polypeptide and the other 2 are called as beta globin polypeptide, and they are joined by non-covalent bonds. This alpha chain, 2 are alpha and 2 are beta. This alpha chain consists of 141 amino acids and beta chain consists of 146 amino acids. Hemoglobin has 2 parts. That is, I have already told you, that is heme part and the globin part. One is protein part, that is the globin, and this is the non-protein part. They are together called, that is heme and a porphyrin ring, and they are an iron atom. They are called as, or heme with globin, and this is called as hemoglobin. This is the heme is combining with globin and it is called as hemoglobin. And we can say that in the case of hemoglobin, it is consists of 4 subunits, each of which consists of uh, globular protein in the form of folded helix or spiral, and 4 subunits are linked with each other through salt bridges between polypeptide chains. And we can say that in the case of hemoglobin, hemoglobin or heme group consists of iron 2 plus ion. iron 2 plus means Fe2 plus ion held in a heterocyclic ring called the porphyrin ring. This porphyrin consists of 4 pyrrole molecule. I already explained. That is, they are cyclically linked together by methane bridges with Fe2 plus ion bound in the center. And this Fe2 plus ion, it is called as the oxygen binding site. It will coordinate with the 4 nitrogen atom in the center of the ring. This is the 4 nitrogen atom at the center of the ring, and they are all lying in one plane. The ion is bounded strongly or covalently bonded to this globular protein through imidazole ring of the histidine residue, or we can say that this iron atom, the valency, that is, it is a D6 molecule, Fe2 plus, that is sixth position of the Fe2 plus. Here we can see they are lying in one plane, and one is above the plane and other one is one molecule is above the plane and other one is below the plane. That is, we can see that in the case of uh, iron atom, here these are the 4 molecule, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 4 lying in a plane, and one is above the plane, that is, it is projecting towards you. One is at the back side, and we can see that there are 6 positions. Iron atom, there are 6 vacancies, and this sixth position, one is connected, the iron is bound strongly by a globular protein, and the other one, that is, it is connected to globular protein through imidazole ring, or we can say that it is connected to the F8 histidine residue below the porphyrin ring. Below the porphyrin ring, it is connected by an F8 histidine molecule or globular protein, and below the plane. And one more is occupied. The sixth position of the iron 2 plus is occupied by a molecule of water. That is, it is projecting above the plane. Water molecule, which can be replaced by O2 or by oxygenation. So we can see that the iron is connected with the oxygen, OO. It is projecting out. Thus, the hemoglobin molecule, we can say, consists of 4 subunits, and each unit consists of heme group associated with a protein globin part. That is called as it is considered as a highly coiled polypeptide chain, which is fitting together in the molecule, or it is correctly fitted, or we can say that more or less at the corners of a tetrahedron near the surface, or we can say that in this hemoglobin molecule, the iron atom, the centrally placed, or the iron atom which is at the center, it is connected to oxygen molecule, and hemoglobin is making, or it is converting to, when it is making a bond, it is converting to oxyhemoglobin. When it is detaching from oxygen molecule, it is called as deoxyhemoglobin. These are the two structural existence, or these are the two structures of hemoglobin molecule. One is in the oxy form and other one is in the deoxy. That is oxyhemoglobin and deoxyhemoglobin. That's about the structure of hemoglobin. That is, in the case of hemoglobin molecule, we can see that this hemoglobin is a conjugated protein consisting of heme and a protein globin. This will be this is present in the RBC, and we can say the tetramer molecule is called as the hemoglobin, and the monomer is called as the myoglobin. Myoglobin molecule is called, this is the monomer molecule, that is myoglobin is the, let us move to the structure. In the case of structure, we can see this is called the tetramer. This one structure, this 2, 3 and 4, they are together called as hemoglobin. Hemoglobin consists of the tetramer of myoglobin. That is, the myoglobin is a molecule which is occurring in the muscles, and myoglobin protein that is occurring in the muscles, and it has a similar to hemoglobin but has a greater affinity for oxygen. Its molecular mass, hemoglobin molecular mass, is about 64,500. It consists of 4 heme groups which are bounded to 4 protein chain. When hemoglobin is oxygenated, they will be converting to oxyhemoglobin. When it is deoxygenated, it is converting to deoxyhemoglobin. And the bright red product formed when oxygen from the lungs combined with the hemoglobin is called as oxyhemoglobin. And that's all about the structure of hemoglobin. The next, the function of hemoglobin and what are the mechanism of oxygen transport and all, we can study in the next video. Thank you.